name is Richard Hopkins. I am the postal employee who came out and whistle blew on the Erie, PA Postal Service, postal office. I am right at this very moment looking at an article written by Washington Post. It says that I fabricated the allegations of ballot tampering. I'm here to say that I did not recant my statements. That did not happen. That is not what happened. And you will find out tomorrow. And I would like that the Washington Post recant their wonderful little article that they decided to throw out there out of random.
For the rights of all Americans who want to have faith and confidence not only in this election, but in the many elections to come. There is only American people. We want an honest, accurate, lawful count. We want maximum sunlight. We want maximum transparency. We want every legal vote to be counted, and we want every illegal vote to be discarded.
The lemon rind that's left in a fridge overnight, grate the lemon rind. It's 400 times more powerful than chemotherapy with zero side effects. And then you find that Bill Gates tried to patent the lemon, and you just go, really? Are you that stupid?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. But no, that's a wonderful thing. For people who've got cancer, it's not nice. No. When you're having a salad, keep a lemon in the freezer. Grate it, make sure there's no wax on it. But grate the rind off a lemon, put it on your salad. It's 400 times more powerful than chemotherapy, and it has zero side effects.
Wow. Wow.
And that's a very simple thing. The other thing that's bread and butter is a glass of water at night with bicarbonate of soda into it, with half a squeezed lemon, will put your body into an alkaline state at night.
Really? That's it?
These things can't sort of get worse in you. It won't heal you. It won't heal you, but it will stop it getting worse at night. It will stop it because your body, viruses remain stationary if your body's in an alkaline state.
That's right.
You may need cannabis oil, CBD, not CBD, THC oil to actually get rid of it. And I've got a team of people that's headed up by Lee Dawson, and his people that can advise on that, because they have a very clear understanding of what's needed. And there are many people out there, many people out there who can, Dr. Robert Young, he'll talk to you about your pH levels so that you keep your body in an alkaline state so that cancer can't exist in you. He was the one that told me about polio, about AIDS, about all of this stuff. Don't believe Charlie. Don't believe everything I say. Go and do your own research. Google Dr. Robert Young, because then you'll believe it. You don't have to believe me. You can do your own research, because then it's a lot easier to believe than Charlie. Because at the moment it's just Charlie talking. Charlie says, but you can find out for yourself. There are very simple ways. So going back to that side of it, cannabis, but make sure that you get the levels right. Make sure you have an understanding. There's plenty of very, very good people out there who can advise you and guide you. It's like when somebody said the other day, and this is not rocket science, somebody had bowel cancer. So would you without giving you the answer, if you've got bowel cancer, would you put the oil in your mouth or up your bottom?
I'm pretty sure up the bottom.
Exactly. It's an awful lot closer, isn't it? It's not rocket science.
Oh, it's a shorter distance. So
It's a
hello,
shorter
crime.
distance, so it starts taking effect sooner. And
Right,
these are
right.
simple things that you go, well, that makes sense. And if it
Yeah.
makes sense, then it's easy to get it into your head. At the
Yes.
moment, we're going through a time where nothing makes sense. So you just go, it doesn't make any sense
Right.
to me.
Yes.
Why am I wearing a mask in the sunlight? Why? Because I can't breathe. What am I doing?
Right. Yeah.
But moving on then to the quantum, this is my favourite, hence I got the golden Q here. It's to do with the quantum, the quantum financial system, the
Yes.
quantum voting system, the quantum
Yes.
educational system. These are all things that are absolutely magnificent that Trump has worked very, very hard to get.
Yeah.
You can go on to quantum.gov, which is the American government website. If you can
Yes.
understand it, please let me know, because I can't. It was obviously written by a military mind. But it's an insight. It's an
Yeah.
insight. But the
Well,
quantum financial
yes.
system, sorry.
I was going to say, excuse me, I wanted to add to that. So yesterday was the very first quantum initiative council meeting that was online through quantum.gov. I listened in on about 5 or 6 hours of it.
Wow.
Right now, mostly it's, the scientists coming together, the engineers coming together, the physicists. How do we do this? How do we talk to each other? And I thought, well, that's pretty easy. But then again, engineer talking to each other, so I found it interesting that they were discussing ways to have communication. Yeah, okay. At the same time, okay, this actually hacked me off though. At the start of the meeting, there was several people that had separated, at least they had to have been 10.
I got some exciting late breaking news this hour that you are going to want to spread everywhere. Tweet, email, text message, everybody. America needs to see this. Biden losing president-elect status after the Pennsylvania win has been ripped from his grasp. Now, before I get into the details, before the 2020 presidential election is certified. It's also worth mentioning that CNN has Arizona prosecutors across the U.S. to pursue substantial allegations of voting irregularities before the 2020 presidential election is certified. It's also worth mentioning that CNN has Arizona in the gray column as well. Benny Johnson on Twitter made note of the spread in a tweet. He put out this tweet stating that breaking news, Donald Trump is now within 1% of Biden in Arizona. Have you heard that from our sycophantic DNC media? No. Biden.
All right, you guys, a very important comment yesterday. Ron Verman, thank you. A constitutional solution is to assemble, as in the First Amendment on your state, with people that will do the work, people that will form a lawful grand jury and bring a true bill against these evildoers. On Oregon, we bring Article 1, Section 1. We need people to populate, I think it's the Fifth Amendment, a jury of peers, or is it Article 3? Yeah, jury of peers to bring forth a verdict that has no appeal in law, in court, in our Article 3 Supreme Court claiming original jurisdiction. There may be other solutions, however, this one works. It is we the people in the assembly forming a civilian court of record, implementing ex parte Milligan, which nullified Lieber Code martial law, Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigations, United States, USMS, USMC, State of Oregon, all acquiesced and defaulted. Will you help your state assemble? You have a pulpit. It only takes 45 people, 45 Americans on a state in a minimum of 42 days. Invite non-evil Americans. It only takes 45 people, no persons. All the best of every good fortune for the good. You can email Ron Vrooman 38@gmail.com. That's RONVROOM as in Mary, AN as in Nancy, 38@gmail.com. As all cops who know the bad cops, all cops who know the bad cops, I don't know. If you speak up or stand up, you get no back up. All right, you guys. So this, you have to just be people were asking me about being a secured party creditor. Claim your birthright. Go to the Vital Statistics office and claim your your claim your certificate of live birth, and then you can email us here for the IRS status correction and a whole host of stuff that we share with you here. The whole harmless agreement, indemnity, whole harmless and indemnity agreement, the common law, 1776 common law copyright. You can email us for the GSA bonds, right? At themullings@gmail.com. All right, so he's just saying that you can email him at, yeah, I just read it to Ron Vrooman, 38@gmail.com for the details of that. Really? Having one hell of a lot of time playing one simple thing. I don't understand it. Hmm? Play Mancho. Let's see. All right, you guys, to support us here, go to PayPal at themullings@gmail.com. For the GSA bonds and the 1099 OID, you guys can email us at themullings@gmail.com. The GSA bonds to set off matters. Heavenly Father God, we pray. I want to put a hedge of protection around Donald Trump and all that is good globally and the not so good ones right now until we can get full remedy. Attention, Office of International Criminal World Court, the Army, the Navy, the military, the Marines, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Jay Clayton doing business as Securities and Exchange Commissioner head. Joseph Otting doing business as the Office of Comptroller of Currency head. The Universal Postal Union heads, the Federal Trade Commission, Clearinghouse Department heads, and Antitrust Department heads. Louis DeJoy doing business as Postmaster General. Interpol, the Federal Investigations head, the Fraud Department heads, and all that is good globally. I come to you in good faith. As a living flesh and blood, sentient being, Suri Juris Suri heirs, heir to the world's vast estate, American Indian, allodial title Moorish American National, AA 222-141-449-59344, holding the highest diplomatic office. As Empress Queen, now I command order you now to go into the office doing business as Savlamar Police Station, round up the agent doing business as mercenary, dressed in costume pretending to be a police officer who is supposed to, as we know, serve and protect, serve and protect, serve and protect the people them, right? Apparently a day before yesterday, I think it was, there was a vendor trying to sell some goods, a lady and a man. and the two of them were told to vacate the premises, or I guess they were too close to the so-called building doing business as police station. And we know that the heirs own the land globally, right? So they were trying to make some bread, some finances, some funds for their tribe, their family to get whatever they needed, right? Long story short, this agent doing business, police threatened them to move. They didn't move, so he decided he was going to beat them to a pulp. Apparently, they're probably now in hospital. Go now and find who was involved in all of that, investigate that thoroughly, and charge him, and then beat the crap out of him. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. It is the law, Matthew 7:12. He has no right to be doing that to the people and right who are trying to make a living lawfully to earn for their family. And if they felt that was the area that they were making whatever it is that we're making, they're standing up there for probably a good reason. And then take down that police station from Savlamar and that courthouse in this common law, move them somewhere else, right? Do it now. Thank you in advance for your speedy response to that matter. Also, go to PayPal and check. Their system seems to be having some difficulties with codes and securities and whatnot. So fix that. And also, the people are reporting that YouTube's having a problem with their thumbs up button. A lot of people tried to do thumbs up yesterday, which was, it kept removing the thumbs up. So fix that. Thank you in advance for your speedy response to that matter. By Noble Honorable Angelina D. Alfred L. Reubenite Tribe Chief, American Indian, Alodo Tadamorish, American National. Um, I stand by the Book of Ruth by my deceased Oregon harvested husband and myself, Jackson. Doloko naraka takarito chukoi takaranahinehi. Nonoko o kakaina rokoto kalana e. Nonoko ina takana non tokuno takina nai takalana tokuno takanana. And just remove all the other extortionists on the force. Thank you. All right, the Deep State Corporation, USA Incorporated, became legally defunct last Thursday, the 5th of November, after the ending of a bankruptcy signed by Pope Francis on September 24th, 2015. Trump's team have submitted to the Supreme Court quantum blockchain evidence of a 80% Trump vote win, along with evidence of Biden Democratic massive ballot frauds. As it's been reported now that tens of thousands of dead polls, dead people they claimed voted, you guys did. I started thinking about this so-called pandemic that we've been facing. Were they trying to kill off the people to use them in the so-called fraud votes? Think about that, people. The Sarah Jacera freedom and depth laws could be one of the most important announcements set to come out on Wednesday, November the 11th through Saturday the 14th. So you guys listen out for that. As soon as you get that information, let us know here. After announcement of NESARA, a new election would have to be held within 120 days. In the meantime, we would move from maritime law to common law and back to principles of the original Constitution. All right, you guys. Everything else here, we're just waiting to see information we could share publicly. Lawyers in Los Angeles group recently said this was going to the Supreme Court, where they would rule the election was invalid due to fraud or mistakes on a countrywide scale. All right, you guys, like, share, subscribe. You guys have yourself a great day. And you can go to BitChute or Charlie Ward or DuckDuckGo for a lot of your follow-ups with a lot of the videos and stuff, the information that we've presented here. Like, share, subscribe. You guys have yourself a great day. Go to Noble L, the original channel, and subscribe to Noble L the second. And for those of you in need of the IRS status correction, the GSA bonds to set off matters such as mortgages, foreclosures, child support cases, as well as ticket citations. And those of you who are in jail for nonviolent offenses, as well as those of you who are having to see an agent doing business as parole officer And those of you with warrants, you can email us at themullings@gmail.com for the GSA bonds to set off matters. Like, share, subscribe. You guys have yourself a great day.